Okay, y'all. So this is story time, and I usually don't do this. I usually don't do this. I don't do this, y'all. This is a story time, okay? Because I just be feeling like life for me sometimes just kind of just happen at a random, and I just thought this was, I just thought it was funny. But I'm used to stuff happening like this, right? Like I'm used to just experiencing like random things happen, and I owe it to God, especially great things that happen in my life. So as some of you may know from either my previous videos, I am doing a permanent makeup training class here in Waldorf, Maryland. And Saturday night when I got here, there I went to go get some African food. That's normally me. Like I love ethnic food, so I went to go get some African food, right? And upon getting some African food, I met a cop and he paid for my food. Now, of course, I'll be honest, I still had intentions on leaving, but he really tried to like get me to stay, and he was on duty. He was a cop on duty. He was in his uniform, but he was trying to get me to stay. He was like, just stay. He was like, they really be turning up at a certain time, like, what I'm saying, like they gonna be buying you drinks, da da da. Like you literally not gonna have to spend no money for nothing. And I knew he wasn't lying. That's why I was just like, I know you're not lying, but I'm here for a training class, so it's like I have things I have to do, so I can't be, I ain't trying to be out here just BSing or whatever. So I stayed. Well, when I actually stayed talking to him in the area that he was at. I probably stayed maybe like an hour. I'm sure, maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and we just talked. We just talked, and so we exchanged numbers, and it was funny because I was out here. I don't normally tell people like what I got going on. I may say like I got a training class, but I always tell people like I came with other people. Like I don't never give people the details of what I got going on. I try to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm safe while I'm doing it. I didn't tell him where I stayed. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So he actually called out of work the next day because he was just saying how he doesn't go out much. Was trying to get into going out, just wanting to do more things around the city because he doesn't. And I was just like, okay, like, all right, I'm with it. Like, let's go. You seem like really cool vibe, whatever. So I fell through with it. I am a 50-50 person. Like, I still try to use my discernment more than anything. Like, I don't just go out on a date with random people. I still use try to use my discernment. Like, you got to. Always have a plan when you go on a date. I'm very minimal. I don't take a whole bunch of shit. I always got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always prepared for anything that may occur. That's why I don't drink. I may get high, but if I get high, that's because normally I know how to like think quick on my feet. If something was to happen for some odd reason, I don't know. But anyways, that's besides the point. So we went out, we met up, and he drove. We went up, he drove. He drove and he took me to a spot downtown. It was really, really nice. It was for sushi. It was really, really nice. I'm gonna just throw the videos and stuff in there. I didn't even get like the whole, what I'm saying, like venue or everything, but it was nice. It was so nice. The drinks were good, the food was good, and we just really, really hit it off and really had a good time. um and I guess I'm just like, I guess I'm just surprised because it's like, when you meet people, like I'm very cautious about people. I'm gonna be honest, like I have a really hard time opening up to people because I don't trust people. um and it's crazy how I feel like in that moment I had to like step out on faith. Because not married, no kids, none of that. But it's crazy because it's like I had to step out on faith just to try something, because I'm a comfort girl. Like I try to date people that's within my comfort, and especially like people from my hometown. And I'm really trying to get out of that really is a thing, because where I come from is really small. So you think you know people and you don't. So I feel like now I am trying to give dating in my 30s a try, and it just feels so weird. It feels so weird. It really feels weird, I'm gonna be honest. But I try. I try to put myself out there. It was really a romantic date. I'm not gonna lie. It was, and I appreciated it because, he called out of work for one, and for two, he said he hadn't had a good time like that in a really long time. And it's actually somebody, I'm gonna be honest, like this is somebody I could actually like. You like people, you still have to get to know them, but like, some of the things that we talked about and some of his goals and visions, it's like, wow, like I like that. Like it aligns. And I don't really meet, I meet a lot of people who are frauds in my 20s. Like I met a lot of frauds. So, it's nice to see somebody, with some stability or working towards something with some goals. And I don't know, you guys, like I feel like, in the world, there's so many people that always want to talk about, the bad stories of, going on a date with someone. And I'm like, I actually, just trying to use my discernment. I went out with someone and I had a great time. It was a really great vibe. And I really hope that, you know, a lot of us are telling these men, like, when we go on dates with them, like, let them thank you. Like, I felt so appreciated, catered to. And a lot of people are like, that's what a man is supposed to do. But he didn't have to, because he stopped me. So I sped over like half the story. When he see me at the African place, he paid for my food. So when he paid for my food, he just walked up and just paid for my food. I just wasn't going to, like, it just, he did tell me, like, I didn't, I just paid for your food, just thank you. Like, I wasn't even, you was a beautiful woman, but I didn't, expect you to to want to talk to me or go out or anything. And I try not to have that expectation, because I don't like when some men make you feel like you have to do certain things in order to, like, hang out, or, what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do that. I'm not a person that does that. I'm not a person where I just give just to get your attention. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Where I'm from, it's just very different where I'm from. Like, it's very, very different where I'm from. Very different. And the magnitude of everything going on right now, in the height of the economy, dating is hard. Like, it really is hard. Like, I always dreamed about having a family, having a future. And it sucks because, I put so much of my focus into my business, streaming, because I feel like the way that I grew up, my parents had me at 21. So right now I'm just very much in survival mode. So, when you move with intention, or I don't know, I just think things happen for a reason. And I have fun. I have fun this weekend. I have fun. This is just, I guess a pre-story time before I upload my Brow PMU vlog. I just wanted to give you guys a quick story time about my date. My trainer, she was like, let me know. She was like, you tell me everything. She used to be a police officer. Everybody in DMV area is always in law enforcement somehow, some way. Especially people that I know. She was like, you better give me everything. So I did. Sent her my location and everything, and I'm actually getting ready. We both gotta go to work, so we getting ready to go to a juice spot. That's not far from me. But yeah, yeah, that's my little story time. I just wanted to tell you guys how my date went this weekend. That was really it. I felt like that was just the highlight of my weekend. It was refreshing to get out and, just talk to somebody that hasn't been out or had fun, and just got a chance to talk to somebody. I love that. Like, I really do. I love the effect that I tend to have on people that I do meet. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm just one of the people that I pray that I continue to meet those good people, because I ain't really got time for the dumb shit. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't have time for the dumb shit. But yeah. I just feel like dating in your 30s is so different, because the conversations, they become realer and realer by the day. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have kids, y'all. I don't have kids. I'm not married yet. I'm not in a relationship right now. Um, and all I gotta worry about is myself. So it's like, it just feels like a big transition, because it's like, you know, at a time period in your life that you're gonna meet people. They're gonna want to date you. They're gonna want to be with you long term. They're gonna want to have kids. They're gonna want to, like, leave like their legacy. So it's just, dating is a lot, but at the same time, like, I don't want to leave this world and not have that opportunity to, like, really fall in love and do things. I don't know. Like, I just personally just feel like people crazy. Like, the games, the mask that people have on. Like, I I've always dreamed of having a family. I'm gonna be real. I ain't never really, and I know it's not what what it's jacked up to be, but I also feel like I be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel sometimes. Um, but yeah, like, I'm not lonely or anything. Like, I got my family. I date. It's just, people just not who they say they are. And I have a thing with not trusting people, because I have a thing with betrayal. So it's like, I don't talk to a lot of people, because I don't know. It's a lot of unhappy people out here. So yeah, but no, I just wanted to tell you guys about my date. It was really nice. I felt like it was such an adulting type date. Like, and it's, they he wants to see me, like, again. So it's like, or come to Raleigh, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This shit is hey, somebody's going to try. Somebody, I'll be honest, y'all. I don't know. I just foresee it in my future. Somebody is going to try to lock me down and take me off the market, and I am terrified. Y'all, I'm just running. Just running, y'all. Just running. I'm just running. I am so scared. But yeah, that's my mini story time. I don't think I forgot anything, but yeah, that's my mini story time of dating in DC. Dating going out on a date with a going out on a date with law enforcement in DC. So yeah, it was fun. We had fun. I definitely feel like we would have fun in other environments. He definitely set the vibe. He was really handsome, really really handsome outside of his uniform. Like, he was really really handsome, and it's funny because I don't know why he thought, like he was just like, yeah, most people really wouldn't talk to me out of my uniform. When I see him out of his uniform, yes, I would have. Yes, I don't, talk to guys first. I never have. I've actually never hit on a guy. Um, but if he would have hit on me, like, I would have responded. That's what I do. I respond. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna leave you. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So, but yeah, that's my story time, y'all. Let me go ahead. I'm supposed to be meeting this man because he's supposed to be going to, you know, give me some breakfast before I go to this training class. So that's my story time. I will see y'all in the next video. Stay tuned for my PMU vlog, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.